Today, me and Maya are going to read Mr. Bell and the Telephone.
Hi.
By Carolyn Clark. Who was Alexander Graham Bell? You've probably seen lots of different kinds of telephones, but have you ever seen the very first telephone? You might be surprised that this telephone looks so different from the telephones you know. The first call ever was made in 1876. It was made on a large machine like this. Okay. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. He was a teacher and a scientist. He was curious to learn about how things worked. Alexander Graham Bell. See?
It looks pretty.
Alexander Graham Bell was born in Scotland in 1847. He lived in a house with his parents and his two brothers. Even as a boy, Alexander was curious and liked to read to learn new things. Here is Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander liked to sit by his father as he worked. His father taught people who could not hear. He worked hard and taught them how to speak. When Alexander grew up, he would become a teacher like his father. So,
Is this his father?
nope, that was Alexander Bell at the age of 16.
This is their father.
This is Alexander as a teacher, teaching students to talk.
This is his father.
Nope. Okay. Only one message could be sent at a time. Bell knew he wanted to invent a telegraph. Oh, sorry guys, skipped a page. What happened in the United States? When Alexander was 16, his family moved from Scotland. They settled in Boston, Massachusetts in 1871. At that time in the United States, people would visit a telegraph office to send messages. Their message would be sent in code on a telegraph machine.
Look, Mommy.
It could, yes, hold on, Maya. It would go to a telegraph office far away. So, here's the telegraph machine. And this is the office where they send out the messages.
Please, I can see it.
Only one message could be sent at a time. Bell knew he wanted to invent a telegraph that could send more than one message. He needed a helper and asked Thomas Watson to work with him. While working on his idea for a new telegraph, Bell had another idea. Bell and Watson knew that electricity could make sound travel over a wire. They wanted to send words over a wire too. So this is Alexander and Watson working together.
Please, I can see the talking.
The telephone was a hit. Everyone wanted to have one. Soon, even the White House in Washington, D.C. had its first telephone. Guess which friend the president called first? Alexander Graham Bell, of course.
This phone.
As the years went by, different scientists invented new and better kinds of telephones. This timeline shows some of the later telephones. So here's the timeline.
Hey, I could see it.
So we had the desk phone in 1928 and the push button phone in 1964.
Mommy,
Yes?
Isn't that nice? Isn't this phone supposed to be like that? Because how do you do this one if this one's more easier?
They changed over the years.
Wait,
Maya.
I think I know what to do with this phone. So you press button on this one, then ring, and then you turn this one 4 times and then it rings.
Yes. Okay.
And in this phone, you press buttons out to call people.
Telephones have changed a lot since Alexander Graham Bell invented the first one. What do you think Mr. Bell would say if he saw a telephone that takes pictures? He would probably be glad to see and better. The end. Thank you for watching.